This is Nostradini talking about the craziness, the madness that is liberalism. Because of the Biden administration of letting every Tom, Dick, and Harry into this country, including terrorists, perverts, and the mentally ill, we have a vast army, I tell you, of subversives who are trying to destroy the country at large. And these subversives happen to be anti-Semites, frequently. Frequently, they're in league with Satan, satanic forces. The Venezuelans, criminal, are nice people, but they're sending us their riffraff and criminals, professional criminals sent by the government there to undermine the very foundations of this great nation. And from the Palestinian point of view, there are people who support Hamas. And Hamas is not the delicious food that you think it is. No, it's one of the most evil organizations in history. In history! History is a long time. I mean, come on, they had competitors. They had Paravlau, they had the KGB, they had the Nazis. But nobody in history has ever tried to publicize their murders, their atrocities against the innocent, the child, the old person, the young person who just wanted peace. All those people were massacred as in a savage way and in an intentional way, then held hostage. And then the Israelis are being accused of genocide. Let me tell you something. From the river to the sea means no Jews in Palestine. It means clean them up, killing every one of them. That is true genocide. And that is what they intend to do, even worldwide. Yes, they are attacking Jewish people everywhere. They made one mistake. They don't realize that the Jewish people are chosen people, and that the Holy Land is theirs for the taking. It has been done by your divine right by God. God gave them the place, and we Christians have to support them because we are a follower of the Jesus Christ. And he's going to come, and he's going to come in the Holy Land, and it's going to be a big battle. I'm telling you, and you know what the people in our great academies of science and in literature and learning, they are a bunch of Marxists. Yes, Marxists who are teaching our children twisted things. In fact, the guys in front of the big colleges, he said that the attack of October 7th was inside job by the Israelis, that they knew the Palestinians were going to do this. And this is the same line that it said about Pearl Harbor, that Roosevelt knew that the Japanese were coming to attack Pearl Harbor. These lousy conspiracy readings have been gone for years. It's not true. Oh, the Rock of Horrors. They let a guy who was a terrorist, get in and out of the country, and he murdered a whole bunch of Jewish people, roasted them alive. Yes, they're still alive, but they're very roasted. Put a flamethrower to them. We got to do something about this. We gotta, we gotta vigilantism. It's the only way. The only way is to deal with this is to throw them out or throw them in jail or shoot them outright. That's it. That's my thing. That's oops. Oh, Vladi, we try to reason with you. Then have to tear off your ass. That's right. He's attacking Ukraine again, and he was in the wrong. The Ukrainians were good people, betrayed by many, betrayed by all, and now they got to their backs to the wall. And the lads might use nukes. They went after his nukes. The Ukrainians. They're feisty people, beautiful women, men see men. But they fight on. They fight on, even though the odds are against them. Because the war of attrition with the Russians is a very difficult war. Maybe the Russians will fall apart. Maybe if Putin would die. I don't know. He seems to be determined. He might use nukes. And I don't like the nukes. It ruined my whole day or radioactive cloud coming over New York. Oh. And look what we had as president for the last 4 years. We had an idiot, a brain dead idiot with terminal cancer. And his wife went. She wanted the power. They wanted the kickbacks because they're cheap hustlers. The whole Biden family is a cheap hustle. It's the son is a crack addict who got in all his own people with crack. It's the most, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. That's something I disagree with. Caption America. I don't like captions. They obscure the screen. But people, there's a Chinese lady. She wants to do this. She wants to have captions for everybody because she's hard of hearing. Let me tell you something. You have all the theaters? Come on. Then you have to look, and then you get stigmatism. Trans podium trip. Now this is something that's going to go away, because let me tell you something about the transgenders. They're crazy. They're crazy. They're rad. They're nuts. Because it doesn't really exist. It's just psychotic. No, there's no such thing. It's going to go away. I'm telling you. They went after the children. They try to castrate them all before they hit puberty. This is going to be that our great government, went on their side. It's beyond belief. Ah, you have it all wrong, Michelle. Michelle is saying that women, well, Michelle, there's questions about Michelle's gender, but that's not true. She's an old woman, and she's a powerful woman. She can beat up her husband, so she has some sort of, and she's miserable with her husband because he overshadows her. Because Michelle is a shallow, bitter woman. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's a happy man. He's a Machiavellian bastard, but he's a happy man. And Michelle is, she's scripted. She has a podcast audience. It's not that good. Look at this. Homeless. They're making homeless a man. They're making a homeless building in his backyard. For midgets, little tiny homeless people, children of the homeless people. What the hell's going on here? For crying out. The guy who was uh, Harris's vice president, which is the wimpiest guy in the world, he's claiming that he can beat everybody up. And he's going to get nasty. Oh my God, he's saying with the hands, the gland hands. What a bum. Ay, Bubba never saw that, Bubba, this is, Clinton. He never saw that Biden was failing. Let me tell you something about Biden. Biden, everybody saw Biden was failing, except the media, which is controlled by Marxists and the gay mafia. And they basically hid the truth, and they tried to change America. And Bubba never saw it. Well, I mean, Bubba looking as bad as Biden. He's looking like crap. People are starting saying, "Oh, Bubba will go to hoopy doop." I don't think Bubba can do hoopy doop no more. That's just the heart attacks. Trump told he troll. I love that man. He's such a great sense of humor. He was saying that Biden was a clone and that was run by a zombie. Well, the zombie part is true. Free fallacy. They're gonna everything's for free for the commies. And it's not gonna be for long. The commies are in trouble. Everything is rosy since I got my posy. Yes, brilliant surprise. Yeah, it's fighting right. They're going right into the heart of Russia to blow up atomic weapons. The Russians, they picked the wrong Yukis. Let me tell you, I'm proud of the Yukis, even though they're going to lose. It's Custis' last stand, and we're taking a chance of World War III. That's true. What you gonna do? You gotta support your Ukraines. Yeah, that's just one thing I disagree with Trump. He wants to end the war on the Lake coast. I'm saying, yeah, I know a lot of Ukrainians are dying. I don't know. I'm a mixed emotions about the whole thing. Because I don't think they can beat him unless sure something happens to Putin. Then the whole thing might fall apart. Yeah, green power. It's a myth. Like transgenderism. It doesn't exist. Uh, the green power thing is based on extensions that from global warming or global change or whatever they call it this week. This is all an excuse. This is no such thing as global warming. It's a myth. It's a lie told over and over. Yeah. That's why the Joe cover-up is going on, because they wanted to make Belgium in charge of the United States. And then we're not going to go. No, no, no Belgium. I'm sorry. Hispanics exodus. You know why? Because they want to call them Latinx. Hispanics are very macho and macho people. and they don't want law and order disorder, and they don't want the the bunch of intellectual man-hating lesbians telling them what to do with themselves, that they're toxic. You know, that by their logic, all Spanish men are toxic. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You cannot be defeated by the forces of good. Universe big squeeze. Now, this is what Biden Trumpy is doing. Trumpy is taking away these Marxist bastards' money, so they can't poison the youngsters' brains. You know what they did? They made believe that they were doing them in language. I got a piece of paper here. I put it right here, bro, because I gotta look at myself. I love me. Let me see. Construction's alive. They make a construction line. They're saying they were building in LA if the whole place was messed up, right? There's another place. They're not doing that. They got one building, and it's not even being constructed because the liberals don't know how to construct things. They're not like Trump. He knows the buildings and not the cost. Mascot remains. Yeah. Trump is they're trying to take all the mascots that represent the Indians and whatever that offends the oppressed. The Indians are not oppressed, and they don't object to having mascots that aren't the Indians. It's an honor. We defeated them and we honor them. What, are they going to take our Viking things away because they're violent and they were a bunch of thieves? Rapists and everything else? No, will go after them, and they'll go after the fighting Irish. Let me tell you something. We got to fight liberalism wherever it rears its ugly head. They'll never stop until they destroy everything that's. I, I think Diddy might have worked for the CIA. They've been collecting information on a lot of people. He was too protective. He might have an accident like Mr. Epstein did. Naked flyer bank at work. The swum in. He flew, and now he got naked. He got drunk. He doesn't know how to handle this. He gets naked in the building, in the car, and he got his job back. What is he, union? What's going on here? Eerie dog, all die. Ah, they burnt down the plantation house. Yeah, blame it on the eerie god, the doll from the Annabelle movies. I didn't even know it was real. I'm frightened right now. I don't know. Am I going to be visited by a visitation? Corey Court. Cory Booker was caught making an Nazi salute. What is this? You can't wave your arms around anymore? Let me tell you something. Corey's he's hiding a lot. You know what I mean? Because Corey never, we all know about Corey. But he's not hiding being a Nazi, and neither is he is the richest man in the world. They wave their hands. Well, you can't wave your hands because you can invoke a Nazism. If I was Jewish, and I'm not Jewish, I would be worrying about Nazis burning little old ladies, and so that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about what's real. This is crazy world, my friend. Now I'm gonna go off. And on Australia, I'm going to the doctor today. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Everything is rosy since I got a lot of living to do. I got people saying